Jules, we've said before, this Portugal squad are better, deeper, more talented than the one that won the Euros, of course, in 2016.
Totally.
Would they be in the final? I forget.
I was not there. I don't know.
Might have been France. Let's try to figure this out, because I think it's really difficult to predict how Fernando Santos, who is a naturally defensive manager, is going to find the right balance with all these attacking players. Start with a formation.
Yeah.
I think it's very obvious it could be 4-3-3. It could be 4-4-2. It could be 4-2-3-1. That's already difficult. But let's get the easy stuff out of the way. Your goalkeeper, I'm assuming, is going to go with Rui Patricio.
You would think so, indeed, although Rui Silva played in the game against Israel, the last game before the tournament
And
started.
I think Anthony Lopez is a really good goalkeeper, too.
Well.
So, but Rui Patricio, I mean, he tends to be a creature of habits. People who've won generally are. The back four, I'll give you my outlook, but then I like my attacking football. So I would go João Cancelo and Rafael Guerreiro would be my full backs.
Certainly. For everyone. Who would... I mean, Nuno Mendes is a very, very talented
you have defensive
player.
issues, potentially.
But yeah,
that's the thing.
Guerreiro, you have to go with your best football.
Ruben Dias, 1,000,000%.
Of course.
And then, I don't know that Pepe can play every game. Joseph Font had a great season at Lille, captained the team, finished on a high. Is trusted, but he's not going to be mad enough to leave out Ruben Dias. So
no.
It'll come down to Pepe and Joseph Font, and I think you just make a game time decision there.
Exactly.
And you know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Okay, so that part is the easy part.
Yeah.
In midfield, let's imagine a 2 to begin with, and then we can figure out how the pieces fit.
Yeah.
So,
are you going really defensive, or are you going a bit more...
I think, like, with those wing backs, you need to have 2 guys who are going to win the ball for you.
Okay.
So,
William Carvalho to start with.
William Carvalho's got the size and everything.
Solid season with Betis. And then I think...
Danilo or Ruben Neves?
I think maybe a bit more Ruben Neves. I still think that Danilo and Carvalho are maybe too... I mean, no, you could play both, but they're quite similar in the way they play, I mean, the way they look, the physique, everything.
I think Carvalho's a bit bigger, but Ruben Neves not necessarily had the best season.
Not at all, no. Not at all.
But he's got the quality. It's almost like I think you give him a shot. It's touch and go between those two.
Yeah.
If we go 4-2-3-1, if we have somebody in the hole, the natural reaction is to put Bruno there, right?
Of course.
Because that's where he plays.
Yeah, with club level.
Yeah. But this is where you run into problem. Because in the 4-2-3-1, Cristiano has to play somewhere.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine Cristiano going on the wing, especially if your fullbacks are Guerreiro and João Cancelo.
Yeah, definitely.
So 4-2-3-1 means Cristiano at center forward.
Yeah.
Which means then your wingers are going to be 2 out of Bernardo Silva, Jota, and João Felix. I presume Bernardo Silva and Jota.
I would think so too,
That's one approach, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
However, you run into the Cristiano issue. And the Cristiano issue is basic rule of sports, get your best players into situations where they can do the most damage to the opposition, right? Yeah. Cristiano Ronaldo works best when he plays with a center forward who can make runs behind, who can stretch the defense. Because otherwise, if you don't have that, you're forcing Cristiano to play with his back to goal. And that's not good. And then he gets kicked, and he's unhappy, and there's no space for him. So on.
All of that. So you play Andre Silva with him.
Who is a very prolific, good center forward.
Yeah.
But if you play Andre Silva and Cristiano Ronaldo up front, because as the rules stand, you can't play with 12 men, then what do? Do you sacrifice the man in the hole and drop Bruno?
Can you imagine? I would love that, but he's never going to do that.
Do you play Bruno on the wing?
You can.
You could have Bruno and Diogo Jota or Bruno and Bernardo Silva.
And especially you start Bruno on the left-hand side and tell him to come inside a lot to leave that channel for Guerreiro, and that could work. And then you've got that support for Cristiano, both with Andre Silva and Bruno coming inside.
That's one option. The other option, I mean, you have to sacrifice that position in the hole if you play 2 up front, unless you play a diamond. But if you play a diamond, then you sacrifice one of your 2 holding midfielders, and I cannot imagine him. I cannot imagine him doing that at this stage.
You risk losing a bit of creativity too.
Fernando Santos knows what got him thus far. Yeah. We often say when there's so much talent, we say, "Oh, it's a good problem to have." It's a good problem to have because this has been a compressed season. I think players will pick up injuries and so on. So you're going to have good, talented guys coming in.
Yeah.
I think in terms of establishing what kind of a team you're going to be, I think it is a big problem to have because all these choices have implications.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.